Hello guys, sorry about that. Had a slight issue trying to get into the stream then, but we've sorted it out. Today we're going to be doing a video. This one we're going to be doing is the Super Factory build, Mega Factory build, which is going to be underneath my current factory, which you are soon to see. Do please, if you're in the section at the moment watching this video, please do type in the comment box. We're just going to see if that's working. So I was just checking it's on the other screen. And so this here is my factory, as you can see. Oh, it's really distracting having it slightly off at a different time. This is my factory at the moment. We're just going to quickly get rid of this fog. So I need to type in a little cheat. Well, I say cheat. So there we go. This is my base. We're at the top at the moment. We're just going to work our way down. Oh, there's the car. This is my first ever stream. I hope it goes okay. I'm a bit nervous, which is odd, really, because I'm an actor. That's what I'm trained to do, and I just find it so odd streaming and then to a live audience. Hello, who's in the room? And that's I'm not very good at driving at all. So this is the factory you may have seen previously. We're not really working on this, so to speak, at the moment. Today what we're doing is going into the underworld. We're going under all this to my secret cavern entrance, which is pretty awesome. I haven't done much to it, but as you can see from here, we are actually underneath the map. It didn't take long, and so what we're doing is we're starting to pool all the resources under the map. So we have the limestone here. I've already got a collection of resources in here for us to use today, and we also have copper here, and then also, we need to get to the start point. We have our raw quartz coming from over there, and everything is eventually going to be manufactured underneath here and then moved into this massive factory, and it's going to be absolutely humongous to just about here. Here we have our first section of iron ore. That is actually the test area, which you may have seen in some of my videos. And then over here we have a small coal factory, and we've gone past our stop. This is basically where we're going to be building our massive mega factory. Anyway, we're going to go down to the bottom and start building the manufacturers. We're going to be processing concrete, and so we're going to do a mega bus for that, and the same with the copper as well. I'm hoping not to be laying too many foundations today, because that's a terribly boring job both for me and both for you guys to watch. But we are going to be doing something slightly fun with the manufacturing of the limestone into the concrete. We're going to just have a look whether we can use the conveyors to transport, I say conveyors, conveyor lifts to transport all of the said limestone into these constructors, and that way we'll have a road underneath for what will either be our trains going through later in game or our vehicles. So I'm trying not to check out it's very distracting seeing what I'm doing 10 seconds earlier on that screen. Guys, we've got a few people in room. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm new to streaming. I'm terrified. I'm very nervous. Do please someone put something in the comment section below just to make sure we know that's working. It's supposed to crop up on my screen as well, which I don't think it is doing. So we're just going to play around. Anyway, here we have, to start off with, our constructor, and we're going to add our conveyor lift on this side. It's a bit too high. Oh, I thought we'd frozen my computer then. Okay, so that's the right height. And we're going to use our mergers, splitters even for this, just to very quickly put this up. And we're going to do the same on this side as well. Now, I didn't plan this through. I'm terribly bad at getting the right positioning. So let's see. One thing that I should mention for you guys out there, if you haven't subscribed, do make sure that you do, and if you're already subscribed, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. It's incredible. I can't believe people are that interested in my videos. But subsequently, I've decided to do a giveaway. So once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away some vouchers and some mystery crate games for you guys, just as a kind of thank you for actually taking the interest and watching my videos. Let's carry on with this for now. We're going to, I think we need 8 constructors here. Now the reason for that is we've only got one limestone node, which is up there, and it's a normal, which means we're producing 120 per minute, and then I've overclocked it by 225%, so that produces 270 ore per minute, I do believe. And because these constructors use, I think it's 45 ore per minute in order to produce concrete, that is our maximum output for this area. Or for this particular node. There's no point overclocking it to 250% because our it's just not going to. We're going to add one more constructor, and it's going to do my OCD in. Right, ooh, that's not going to be good there. Oh, hello, hi Ken. Thank you very much for checking out my videos. Thank you very much for all your comments. And awesome build. I checked out all of your photos today, and as we were talking, really nice ideas. I'm looking forward to seeing your massive factory build that you're moving on to now. Was the new base that you were talking about the where I had my original video? I was looking at it today. Is it up in the jungle area? Also, hey Geo, do you stream on Twitch too? No, this is my first time ever streaming. I'm a newbie to all of this, and I'm absolutely terrified. So please be nice, no trolling. Although I'm sure that would add a bit of humour to anyone else who's watching this. Maybe I'll do Twitch at some point. I do have an account on there, but I've just never really got into it, unfortunately. But it would be nice to check it out. So we'll see. Maybe if this channel does all right, then we'll give that a go. We don't need this because we've got the exact amount of ore coming through for the 6 constructors. And now what we're going to do is very quickly use a merger on all of these. Just to bring all the items back. Like so. So what do you guys think of me building under here. I thought it was an interesting idea, especially finding out that you can use the conveyor belt lifts to actually transport everything underneath. My idea is that eventually my whole game will be based underground. I'll be some kind of hermit compared to anyone else playing this game. So that is the challenge I've undertaken for myself. If you guys want me to do something else, I've got a few other things planned, but I thought I'd get started on this while I still could. Oh, this is a pain. This is the new janky kind of... oh, wait. What am I doing? I've got a splitter, haven't I? Not a merger, or it's the wrong position. Splitters, yeah. Whoopsie. Specs-wise, thank you. How are you building so low down in the game? Right, actually I should probably go back up and I'll very quickly, I say very quickly, the amount of distance we need to cover is ridiculous. But we will run up to the cave entrance, actually to the very start, because I think it was only one person in at the time when we first started. So Specs, this is for you. We're slogging our way all the way through the map. We really need... I really want player lifts. I know we have like the bounce surfaces, but that just doesn't interest me. I need player lifts. So like that conveyor, it would have saved so much time. Oh, no. Would have saved so much time because it's so far. Right. Don't worry, we're halfway there. So I should also mention where we are on the map. We're currently all the way over here, which is... I started in the grassland area. Let's get up here to the very entrance. So this, I don't know why, but it would seem that they've put this as some kind of piece of terrain and forgot to seal it up, and thus there is an entrance. If we go to the very top, please do not... Yeah, bounce pads, is that what they're not called? Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the challenge. Play the rest of the game. These are quite nasty. Sorry, I like adding a challenge to the point where you actually have to think about what you're doing. If we have a massive build, it's great fun, but there's no challenge in it because you can just extend for as long as you want. Whereas if you put that you can only do it on a 3x3 base or something, you really have to think about what you're doing. So here we are. This is a massive waterfall, and it's just a massive pit. I've had to remove the fog because you cannot see down there. And what I decided to do was, if we drive to the very bottom, I decided I'd build a super mega factory all underground, and it all started with my... Ooh, close. Actually, we could just drive over the cliff and hope that I can jump out in time. Oh no, I'm not going to make it. Oh wait, I've got this. Yeah, it's fine. So if we go down here, this is where I started off. But yeah, that's an awesome little crevice to go in, and then you can go throughout the whole map. So this is the manufacturing process for all my ammunition. We have the raw quartz oscillators being produced over there. The manufacturers, I think we've got 30. Then we have... Ooh, what's that, Ken Smith? This message is... Alright, yeah, let's just quickly check that. Let that go. Yes! Ken knows what he's on about. Cool challenge, bounce pad. Yeah, it's a really nice little idea. This whole area. Thank you, Specs. It really means a lot that you find this a really cool build. It's all very much early days. I've just put this little garage here, which is actually quite fun. I can't fit my trucks in yet, but if we go to the top level, because these are quite low floors, there's a little glitch that I found. So if you leave your vehicle, you'll actually find yourself on the floor above, which is a nice little thing that you might want to bear in mind for your builds if you ever do this. But yeah, it's coming on all right. Now let's get back to where we were. To be fair, Specs, I think it's Specs, I'm just gonna go with that. My first factory, my second factory, I think this is my third save game, and my very first game on this got corrupted and I had to start to 4 hours. They were all absolute messes too, but I've really decided to kind of develop this one, and I've just stuck with it, and it's slowly getting there, which is, it's good fun. But we're going to get back to the, what do you call it? My Dwarven Underground base now. I'm sorry if any of you guys had an issue then. We just had a little glitch, a little slow moment. We're going back to the Dwarven Underground factory, where we will continue building our concrete production unit. These two groups of foundations either side, I'm going to be using them for a train stop, train rails. Everything's kind of been given a little plan in advance to try and make this the best build possible. If anyone's new, we're under the map now. This is our little sly sneak hideaway, and we have most. Oh, I didn't realise that wasn't being transported. We're going to go down now and get into the constructing of this. We're going to finish this off. Everything needs to be set to concrete, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, floor above glitch, nice man. Yeah, I think the waterfall's what makes the actual build. When I saw it, I was like, oh, we've got to do something about this. And I think it looks pretty cool. Only thing is, as someone pointed out in one of the videos, that it's really loud and you can't really get rid of that kind of ambient sound. It's always there. But I think it adds to it. Let's just check they're all going the right direction. Yes, they are. Fantastic. I've got to figure out how to get the power down here as well. I didn't think of that one. Okay, right. Everything is in line. No! Typical. Okay. We'll just redo it. The amount of time I spend reworking something because one item is off. I'm trying to avoid that for these kind of streams because it's just embarrassing. Right, so what we're going to do here is lift these up. Where are we? Oh, we're going over there. How are we going to do this? We'll just run it. We'll run it normally. It should be in the middle. Yep, nice, perfect. Right angle. Oh, but we need to go. We'll use a conveyor. Lift. How much power will this base need? That's a good question. I already have. How many is it? I think it's about 56 fuel generators that are working at the moment, but I have no use for them because it's I haven't been able to put on my massive mega factory because I can't produce enough items on the with the conveyor belts at the moment. I've worked out I need 9. I have this on where. I'll show you my secret weapon. Here we go. My secret weapon is to kind of plan everything out on a piece of paper first, and then I just scribble over it trying to work out how much I need of everything. So I need over 1,000 coal and iron to be transported to this kind of factory just to run the downstairs. And because I can't do that with these current conveyor belts, and I also need to manage to transport them across, I haven't been able to run them yet, and thus I haven't had a need for the power. Ooh, let's just get that right. But eventually I think we'll need a lot more. It would be really cool, I was thinking, of getting, if we could get the thermal generators down here. But unfortunately I'm pretty sure you can't, so we'll just have to leave that out. But we will be looking at nuclear power. That's the next thing that's going to be released, I think, in terms of the next update. It's going to be nuclear power and the trains. We're just going to delete these. Yeah, using the like planning everything on paper just makes everything so much easier. And I'm really glad I've started doing it. Before I was typing on Notepad and I just had these endless scripts of like notes that weren't even that distinguishable from English. So, I mean, I make a lot of mess when I'm typing everything out, but it's fine. Now, also, I don't know if I mentioned it to anyone on here, but we are running a prize giveaway if we get to 1,000 subscribers. So, if you haven't subscribed, do make sure you do, to be in with a chance. We will be doing that kind of video. I've got a thermal generator. How does that mean? Okay, next thing we need to do is wire everything up. We're going to use the Mark III wires, just because it's easier for us. Let's place it there for now. Okay. Oh, a cool thing that I've just realised is you can place power lines on top of these. Not sure how useful it is, but the cool thing about it is if you're using the first level, I'll show you. So each of these, they have two connections, and if you're running them on top of the splitters for this, it's the perfect amount of connections for a constructor. How did we not connect you up? Oh, please, please work. Please work. Please don't make me... This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Ah. Okay. You win. We'll redo it. Yeah, it's going to need at least that in the long term. The factory at the moment, it will produce, I think, just enough for it. But if we're running all of the floors down here, I'm going to do a car building floor, a computer floor, all of that. We're going to need a huge amount of power. It's going to be a monster. Right, okay, where are we? Stick that back on top and try again. Ah, well, I'm glad that helped you out. It's something that I only recently realised, actually, but it just seems to work for these builds, providing you don't need a lot of like headroom, because otherwise you're going to have to place them on the lower floor. But it just means that they're not scattered about. Right, let's connect this up. That's the next issue. Ooh, so much to do and so little people to do it for me. Also, I do believe these can go 12, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 11, let's go with that. Now, Actually, I should be putting it on this side if possible. No, not possible. What I'm going to do here is have both the trains going. We're going to be having a roadway for vehicles as well. And so I'm just trying to be spatially aware for that. Why is too long? You have got to be kidding me. Okay, we'll use one of these. Also, if you guys have any ideas for builds that you want me to do, like Specs, you were talking about the community challenge that I posted out, that I have got another build that I've done. It's even more compact. But if you guys have any ideas that you'd like to put forward for community challenges, do let me know. Hell, we could do one now, in theory, if you guys would prefer that. Like, I'm doing this because it needs to be done. If you guys want me to do something else, just let me know. I've also noticed that the chat isn't coming up on my stream screen, so I'm going to very quickly just remove that box because it's going to annoy me otherwise. Editor, and then alert box, header, chat box. Goodbye, chat box. Ta-da! Okay, right. Up we go again. Although we're going to need one of these. Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to check out your build. I would absolutely love to. I'm free, generally speaking, not on Saturdays. I work quite long days, quite late as well. I normally finish about 2, 3 in the morning. But certainly on a Sunday, I would love to jump into your game and check it out. I'm going to need some more copper wires. That's why we have the copper to build next. What times are you? Are you on GMT or are you US or... Well, you could be anywhere. I shouldn't presume anything. It is the internet after all. You could be in Mexico. Okay. Really? Right, okay. Let's get this onto alongside the transport system. Oh, I think I need to put it the other side, don't I? Yeah. And then we'll use this. Okay, so we're just going to connect it to the coal power plants. I don't believe they're connected to the mega fuel one, but it should be enough for now at least to provide for the constructors. California! Oh, I bet you have better weather than we do. In fact, I was in California. Yeah, it must have been California. I was living in Mexico last year for 6 months, and I went to Totalxclipse. It's the first time, well, it's the only time I've ever been to the US, but the weather was incredible. It's very stereotypical of me, isn't it? Talking about the weather, of all things. But no, it was lovely there. I only had 12 hours in the US time to go to the US, and we were doing some shopping, and I ended up waiting about 10 hours to go into to actually get across the border. And so we went in, we did a little bit of shopping, went to a bar where we were invited for a few drinks, which was really cool. Everyone was really nice over there, and then potted back over to Mexico, which was a laugh. And crossing over the border to Mexico, it took all of 30 seconds, which when we were waiting so long in the to cross over to the US, it was a bit of a surprise. But yeah, fun times. So this is the underground power units that we have at the moment. Power units, power stations. We're currently generating 400 megawatts. Absolutely stunning. But as you can see, it's more than enough. We're only powering 4 miners, Mark II, I do believe, and then the 6 constructors for the time being. This is so frustrating. Every time I place this, I blow up that rock and it comes back. Yes, UK. So I think, how many hours difference? I think you're probably, wait, where's my girlfriend? My girlfriend's 6 hours behind me. So I think, what time is it over there? 1 o'clock? It's a bit of a guess. I really hope that trains are faster than conveyor belts when they're released, because this is taking far too long. Oy. I could actually put a few more foundations across and make this into a roadway as well, which we will do at some point. It's just an added thing that I need to do. Oh, it just goes on. Oh, we should have probably grabbed this actually. Let's go back this way. We're going to connect it all up. We might as well. $12-ish, so it must be what? 8 hours behind. Lucky you. Perfect. Well, I presume it's a perfect day. We've had a good day here. But I always find with my girlfriend, she lives in Peru. And so we have a good 6 hours, different 7 hours. No, 6 hours. And I wake her up about midday, and of course that's half my day gone. So it's a bit of a pain. I'd prefer to be a few hours back as well. Like if I lived in California or just somewhere on the north, southeast, west side of America, that would be perfect in terms of time. Okey-dokes. Right, so I think if we place this here. There we go. Oh, I should probably mention this place here. This is my truck stop. It's where I've been fueling everything up. It's very simple, but what we do behind here is we have a programmable splitter. This one here, which you can see has 3, 6, 8 different splits, well, 8 different assortments, and then we have 3 smart splitters, and just it splits everything out perfectly. With the exception, this was annoying. For some reason, it would only use one lane for the concrete, and so I had to turn this concrete off and then switch the other one on. Oh, raining. Oh, and that's, well, it's one of those things. We need rain. We need rain to live. We should be thankful. This is working, and already, oh, I suppose it was already full. That's an issue. And there's me thinking that we weren't going to be placing down any. What's this? Right. Okay. We'll do a bit of a buffer, seeing as Ken, you're here. This is for you. We're gonna. I don't know if they've changed it so that you can't connect these like this now. No, I think you need an extra space. We need signs in this game. If we could do that, I'd name certain areas after certain people. This buffer is just for you, Ken. And this should actually be enough to keep us producing the cement at 100% efficiency without any issues. 100%. Obviously it's going to be eating up through all the limestone now. In fact, it won't. That's going to stay at 100% because it's saturated. Right, okay, the next thing that we need to do in this build today is get started on the copper manufacturing. We're going to be making cables, wires and cables. This is going to be a big one. I worked out on my other pad that I am going to be building 60 constructors. So that's 12... Wait, that can't be right. 24. Oh, I was reading 125 on the smelters. I just can't read my own handwriting. It's 12 SM, which is 12 smelters. But that will have to be done over here. Now, I'm a bit of a... Oh, this is going to really annoy me. I like things being perfect in terms of the angles. I'm a little OCD and weird like that. Liberal use of the buffers. I did that in my first factory, and still I couldn't keep up with my production, and so I kind of gave up on them. But who knows? We may have like a super large buffer here. We could actually double this up, which would double the speed, but it doesn't really matter because it's still going to be going through at the same rate. Right, if we start this down here, off a buffered single node. Oh wow, that's pretty impressive. And now we run 82 coal power plants, 2 locations and 34 generators. Well, as the game develops, we're certainly going to need that much power, so I can't complain. I think I have, at my other coal power station, in that direction, you've got the beaker next to another supermassive build, which none of you have ever really seen. I don't think I've got it in any of my videos, but I just got halfway through it and then decided, you know what, I'm going to start here. But I think that one's got about 30 power plants, but I've kept developing it each time until now. We're going to have to put down some foundations. I am so sorry, guys. If you have anything interesting you want to talk about to save me boring you with my terrible conversation, or to save me from boring myself out doing this, then do let me know. Another quick note, when you're placing down foundations, I am a master now at placing down foundations, thanks to this base. Fastest way to actually build them is not to do this. Doesn't work. Best way is to build outwards once, and then you have to start placing them, let's say. It's much quicker, providing you don't miss items, locations. Oh, by the way, this is the very bottom that I can go. If I go down once more, this is the floor. Yeah, I die. But I'm starting from the bottom so that I can work my way up, and that way I'm making the most use of all the space that I have. I know I need to add 60 more fuel generators. It sounds like you've got a very, very big build planned. Big build planned. That is English. I'm not getting confused. Oh, I should probably mention there are lots of items in game that you won't have seen, although I've only got these ones. I think they've changed the save file. But this is where we've got the window from for our previous builds, which you will soon see. coming up. We've also got the fence, these nice little items. I use windows liberally, probably a little too much. There's also things like the ramps. They've got different ramps that they're developing at the moment, but they're not working very well. And I did have access to the train, which just killed my game every time. They have these cheat things which I refrain from using because I don't see the point when you've actually got big factories already. But yeah, it's quite useful seeing what they've got coming up. They've also got a powered wall, which I'm really excited for. Yeah. As I say, go big or go home. Yep, you're definitely right. I think a lot of people, I've been reading on Reddit, a lot of people who play Factorio, which I've played a little of, but not a huge amount, have always said, oh, you've got to pump up those numbers. This is like baby steps. And I'm just thinking, we've only just got the game, and it's so much, takes so much more time to actually develop a factory. But late game, the amount of like how big the factories are going to be, it's going to be immense. And yes, it's totally different to Factorio in that the amount of items you can receive on a conveyor are less, and the speeds. But I just find it so funny people saying things like that. Okay, well, let's just get this. Okay, I think that is okay for now. So with the windows, I mean, they have I think those are all the same. I can't see any difference with that one and that one. But I've used the save edit file. I don't recommend using it because it just adds a bit more complication to the game. It can freeze and die a horrible death. But I do believe they'll be released in the next update. I think they're more ready than anything else, and if we've got the I'm having a mind fart. If we've got all the things like the nuclear power plants and the trains coming, they should be able to release a few of the cosmetic items. Okay, so what we're doing here... Oh no, I wanted to do the same as that one. Okay. Right. We'll delete that and we'll just get started again. The idea I have is like that, to have the whole factory just covered in the constructors in that kind of position so that I can drive under them, because it annoys me that I have to run around or jump over. So we're going to need some more of these. I can't remember the name of the save edit that I downloaded, but if I remember it, I will let you know, just so that you can check it out if you do want to. But again, it should be out in the game pretty soon, so I wouldn't bother. Also, I had this idea. I have a HTC Vive, and somewhere online I saw that you could play Satisfactory with it using a save edit. If you guys are interested, maybe I'll do a video on that. Should be interesting. Just a thought for you guys. Also, what is it that you want to see more of on this channel? Oh, you're joking. Get out of the way. Basically, this channel's... I enjoy making videos. I find it fun and interesting, but the channel is for the viewers, the people out there who are actually watching and spending time and finding them interesting. So if there's anything you four that are currently out there, I think one to me because I've got the screen up here, out of us four, we get to choose how the channel develops. So please, if there's something that you want to see more of, something that you're not too keen on, do let me know, and we will develop it from there. Right. Is that going to give me enough room? I think not. Nope. Also, when you're, another quick tip, if you're doing a build like this, I have a habit of deleting the item straight away and trying to place it back, and then I just place it down again. It's just so much easier to grab the next one, and then move it across slightly and see if that works, and if not, you can obviously do the same again. I guess that's a quick tip. It's like easy common knowledge, but probably people forget about it. Why am I building constructors? Yeah, I have a few items I've found. Crash sites, namely heatsink. It is not officially in the game. Yes, I've had the heatsink. What did I use it for? I used it for upgrading the space elevator, but it didn't do anything. The heatsink, they've yet to really implement. This is going to be an issue, isn't it? Ah, you nasty word. Okay, right. We're going to have to slightly change this. We're going to go this way because I have a problem with the height for the smelters. I don't actually know what we're going to be using the heat sinks for yet. Presume computers, special computers, or maybe vehicles. It'd be interesting to see what vehicles they're going to bring out on top of this. I really want a tank. I also want more to this game in terms of actual aliens, like in Factorio, where you have the option of actually running a factory with the chance of an alien attack, which you have to defend off. Because otherwise, I feel like the aliens in this game, though you can use their items, they're just a bit wasted. Well, thank you very much, Ken. I really appreciate that you're finding the content helpful. We'll have plenty more content. I've decided that I'm going to stick with Satisfactory because it's such a fun game. It's like Minecraft for adults. I'm going to say that. I don't really count myself as an adult. Again, we're going to have to fix that. But it is. I was really happy when this was coming out, and I don't know what other games I play for the time being. There are a few like city simulators, and I play a few FPSs or RTSs, but this is one that I just find intrinsically more... Oh, now I have too much space. Come on, Tom, wake up. I just find it so the freedom to build what you want. That's what I love about this game. Can we go? Yeah, we'll go there. To actually be creative and build what you want. I mean, we could just build some massive walls and then paint them and do pixel art. It's literally, the game is our oyster. And that kind of freedom you don't really have in a lot of games at the moment, with the exception of games that are Minecraft or kind of copy Minecraft. Okay, how many do I need? 12. It's 12, isn't it? Can't fit another one there. So that's 3. Let's do 6 here. No. Okay, thanks. Okay. I think that's about right for this one. The only thing down here which I would really like is more lighting. I'd like the opportunity to have to build lights, like flood lighting, so that you could actually see what it is you're doing. If I knew what the code was, I would turn daytime on constant. No, why have I done that? Oh, can't live with this. My OCD is going to kill me. Oh no, but I actually like that there. What to do? That is the question. I think we might need to move everything out if it's this close to that one. But let's see. Also with the perfect. As you just saw there, there's a little trick which you can do when you're connecting these. So I've worked out that they've changed the kind of hitbox on here, so you have to go just under to this little line where the gills are on the factory, and that means that it just really quickly connects. Although we're going to have to delete that, aren't we, because it's not perfectly aligned. One, two, three, 4, 5. No, that was not planned. I wonder if I can turn the lighting up very quickly in game for you guys, so that you can see a bit more. I hate it that it's so dark. Video. Nope. Sorry guys, it's going to be a little bit dark. Okay, so with this, we're doing a massive kind of bus again. We need these 12, I swear, if you don't connect. So we've got 12 of these in a line, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 2, 4, 6, perfect. We're running all of these down with the conveyor. Don't tell me I've done them all in the wrong position again. Oh no, this was the old one, wasn't it? We're running all of these down with the conveyor lifts, just so that we're going to, once we delete the support, we can actually drive our vehicles underneath, or hopefully put our trains in under. What is... oh. We're out of encased beams. Let's begin the very long trip back again. Hello, new people. If there are any new people, or if it's us 5 again. Thank you very much for checking out my video. If it's your first time here, this is my first ever live stream. I'm very nervous and I don't know what I'm really doing. But we are building a massive mega factory underneath the map, yes. We have found a sneaky way of getting onto the map, and we're going to eventually, one day, if all goes well, we're going to have a whole base under here where everything is only ever taken from the surface in terms of the miners, and everything else is placed underneath. Also, if it is your first time here, please do subscribe if you find this this channel interesting. We do a lot of guides on Satisfactory for the time being, and because we're very almost at 1,000 subscribers, we are actually going to be doing a giveaway. First ever, well no, I think it's the second giveaway that I've done. But we're doing a giveaway to, why am I going all the way back when we can just drop down? Ta-da! We're doing a giveaway just as a kind of thank you to you guys who find my videos interesting, who have been supporting me for all this time. I never thought that we'd get more than, well, I never thought I'd have more than 100 people watching my videos. But that kind of took me by surprise. I'm sorry if this is all a bit boring. We're just setting up a massive bus-style factory. It's just taking a bit of time. Okay, right, now we need some mergers. Oh no, splitters even. Almost screwed myself over. Make sure that's in line, get underneath, and then quick pause. There we go. Connect that. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? Why? It's because we're on a live stream. This is the reason why. Notice how we had no problem for the first one. Well, it looks like we're going to need to move these all back then. Let's just try over here. I really don't want to move anything back, because otherwise we're taking 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Okay. Okay, they win. Let's move these back really quickly. Right, let's move these back. On this side, what you can probably see, once we delete this, it gives us a really nice feeding system so that we can actually drive our vehicles down here, or just walk through without having to jump over or run around the actual buildings. So that's the idea with these. We have a total of 60 constructors to build. It's going to... Oh, I've got that the wrong way around, haven't I? So I'm trying to run through this as fast as possible. This is the only thing you can't like mass place down items in this game, which is a bit of a shame, but it is absolutely fantastic. Okay, alright. Also, if you're new here, feel free to say hi on the chat section. Why are you not working? Are you Why? Why? This isn't right. Have I got you the wrong way around? Splitter! That's why it hasn't been working. Oh, goodness me, no. And that is why you need to think about what you're doing. So, I've been moving these back thinking that the issue was just them being too close. If we now that we know what we've done wrong, we should be able to quite easily place a splitter, not a merger, and connect them up. Who was a doofus? I was. Okay, right, so I don't need to move you back. You need to be moved back. Okay, so from here we're going to be placing these down again in the position that they were 5 minutes ago, because someone made a big mistake. Okay, really? You're going to do this to me now? Why are you not? Conveyor belt must not. Well, I know exactly how to place a conveyor belt, you. Okay, right, so we're going with the splitters. Make sure everything is in line. Fingers crossed this works now and it's not just playing up for me. Come on, that's what I like to see. There we go. So that's a slight little bug. If you've been placing a lot of conveyor lifts, I've noticed sometimes it can just not recognize the point of connection, and so you have to delete the merger or the splitter and redo it again. Little bit of a tip there if you guys are having that issue. Wait a second. Or it could just be that everything's the wrong way round. I'm really messing this up. Right. Let's just place these along here. All inputs and outputs are in the right direction this time. Oh, except for you. What the? Why? Why do this to me? Don't suppose anyone here knows what's going wrong with this. Let's try it again. Just going to delete these. And then we try again. And hopefully it will work. Everything's in the right position. Need a splitter. There we go, there we go, that's what I like to see. Right, you're correct. You are incorrect. You're correct, okay. Now, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do let me know. I'm still toying about with the idea of whether we're going to keep running this or not. I might just stick to videos because that's what I like to think my strength is. But obviously, if you guys are enjoying this, then be sure to let me know. Again, if you're new, I am planning on doing a competition for my subscribers. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. And so that's just a way in which you guys can get something for free. for me thanking you for sticking around with my channel and supporting me. My computer's making a really funny noise. Tested the conveyor lifts, but I do not have it. Yes, well that's what I've started doing with these conveyors. Before I'd used them once or twice. Really, actually, only trying to explore certain areas of the map. I found these are a really easy way, if I just show you here, to I don't know why I didn't use them here actually, just to get up. With a jetpack you can go and scale pretty much anywhere, providing you don't miss the top. And you can just keep building. So it is actually really broken for exploration. That's why I don't go anywhere without some encased beams or iron plates. Okay, right, so. Hello, we have a 6th person. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, I hope you enjoy it. Normally we do videos on guides, but today we thought we'd play around with a stream because we're building our MEGAFACTOry underground. It's going to be pretty incredible. It's just taken a lot of time. At the moment we're sorting out, we've just done our concrete production, which looks like it's doing alright. Obviously we're going to need a lot if we're going to do all of this area. And now we're working on the wires. And we've had a few little issues with these conveyor lifts, but I think we've got the hang of it now. This one won't work now, will it? Come on, come on. There we go. And same on this side. Okay, I think they're all connected, which means we can now run these. I think what we'll do is we'll have one bus going in this direction. Let's just check the maths. 30 ore per minute. That's what we've timed it for. So 30, 60, 91, 20, 61. I've got it here. 15 per minute. So we're going to need 12 constructors to start off with. Let's just merge these all together. We can build it under there. So let's place this here. I've actually just done a video which I think you guys may find interesting, and it's about what's more efficient, whether it's the split lane builds for factories or the bus builds like this. And I was quite surprised with the results, and I'm not going to tell you guys, but certainly you're more than welcome to guess if you want. But that should be up, I think, tomorrow or maybe the day after. Possibly the day after, and I'll put another video up tomorrow, which I need to edit together tonight. Busy bee. So, for our first... Why does it have to be off by 1? That's frustrating. Okay. Now, very quickly, we are just going to be placing some foundations out. We need a total of 12 constructors for this part and 12 for the other. We're just going to run it in one really long line, so it shouldn't take us too long. Ooh, we're out of concrete. Slowly but surely. This is going to take so long for this whole factory. I'm kind of terrified of how big a job this is going to be. But it's okay, we can do this. We can do this. What do you know, we're going to be out of cables. Typical. Right, so we're going to have to run back to the top to collect more items. I need to get this cable production undergone, on the way as soon as possible, because it is using up so many cables just to get this all up and running. And it's just such a long distance to travel. We only need 16 of those. And we have an interesting statement by Gary Wilson on one of my videos. He's saying that if we connect a, you might be on this, you might be watching. If so, welcome to the channel. I've just read the comment which says that a 60 minute speed belt won't bottleneck the actual kind of circuit if you connect it to if it's connecting off another one. Well, it depends entirely on how many items you're sending through at any one minute. Obviously, if you've got 120 items traveling through at any one moment, and then you connect a 60 items per minute belt, it's going to slow down to the point where it slows down and bottlenecks the what's producing the items rather than later on in the line. I think that's what you're on about. But we'll talk about that. I will get back to you on... I think I'm going to need to move them back one. Why is that floating? Right. Let's place these down. I really enjoy the comments that people send to me because it really does make me think about how to actually do various things. It's quite a mentally, I wouldn't say challenging, but engaging, that's a good word for it. A mentally engaging game, because you have to think, no, don't. Oh wait, that's okay. That could have been bad. At least it's not on the whole, after we've placed 50 of these down. Oh, that could have been painful. Right, so we need our splitter. We have 6 people watching. Fantastic. Hello, welcome to the channel, 6th person. Feel free to use the chat. What we're doing down here is building a massive megafactory underneath the map. It's taking a lot of time, but we are having a laugh doing it. Let's see if we can get up to 7 people watching. That would be amazing. What? Don't tell me I've done this again. Oy. Splitter's the wrong way around. I do it so often. You would have thought I would have learnt by now. Okay, so there we go. Connect this up. Going to connect these. So what we're doing here is the copper factory, just to let you guys know. Here we're creating the wires, and behind this we will actually be connecting and creating the cables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need double this. Obviously, 7 people on the channel at any moment is not meant to be, because we're back down to 4. To be fair, I've never really thought about streaming, because although I love playing these games and developing these videos, I think streams take a huge amount of, like, the actual game takes a huge amount of time to get anywhere with in terms of these builds. And one person asked me the other day, why don't you do a video about you actually developing these factories? I'd really like to see it from start to finish. And that's fair thing to ask, but how I see it is I get terribly bored of watching someone playing a game that's taken a while to set up. I'd much rather see snippets of it being constructed and then the final product. Obviously we can't do that with a stream. And so unless you're an absolutely engaging streamer who's able to captivate the audience, I find streaming isn't really that beneficial for this type of game. I just thought I'd give it a go because we're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I was thinking maybe this would be a way to get the last 15, 14 people. But I don't know. I don't think that I'm that engaging as a person when playing games. I get too involved just inside my own head. But we'll see. I'm enjoying it so far. Oh, hello, Dodo. Aren't you scared that this underground location will be patched? No, because I'll show you why. If we go to my load game, we go on to here, we have, oh goodness me, putting that into perspective, 183 hours in game. And it got deleted from about 60 to 4 hours, so this is probably 250 hours odd in-game. I have an underground save, and I update this every day, and then if they patch it, my hope is that I will load up inside the underground. I already have everything being sent down, so I should be able to just continue on without ever having to like leave the game. Then I really will be a hermit. No one else will ever be able to do what I'm doing. But we'll see. If it happens, it happens. The other half of the base is just in the crater, so it should be fine. I have the iron wire recipe. I think I have it here actually. I think I've already done it. Screws, iron wire. It's just that I'm going to be needing so much iron. Like, for example, that factory over there is going to be needing 1.1k iron or something, and I have a pure iron over there which is providing 1.2. So I'm going to be using pretty much all of that straight away. And same with the rest. Say this next build for the vehicles is going to use all of the iron from over there, in which case I'm going to run out pretty quickly. And so I'd rather use copper, which, yes, is going to take a huge amount of space, but it's not being used for anything else right now. So it's kind of more of splitter. I've done it again. I have done it again. Why do I not learn? I would much rather use up the copper resources rather than use up the iron until they release the Hydrogen Collider thing that they're going to release, which will allow us to trade 2 items of one particular resource in return for another. That could be useful. That is actually something in the game. I'm not making that up. I came across it the other day. Oh my goodness me, we're on 8 watches. Guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. As you can see, we're doing the massive mega base underground. This is as far down as you can go in the game. There we go. Yep, I am dying. I could actually do with some berries. Do I have anything to eat? Or an inhaler? Nope. But the idea is that we will one day just live solely under here. Undisturbed and undisturbing the world around us like good human beings should, if you believe in global warming and all the issues that we're causing the world. The only thing that you will be able to see above my actual map is the odd geothermal generator, because I think that's going to be cool and you won't be able to actually stick them underground because they need to be on a node, and the mines. But all the mines will be connected. I don't know if you can see here. Oh, I might be able to... Nope. If you see over there, let's go into the photo. All of the mines, oh wow, you can go really far in, are connected by a single conveyor lift. It takes everything down. It's pretty cool. But those are the only things you will see above ground. You need to... The location I'm using has 4 pure iron, 2 copper near. You need to send me this location, because I am really... I think that one over there, which is like miles away, is the only pure iron that I've found. Most of it is impure. All of them are impure. Or normal. And I could really do with the extra items. That being said, until we have the update where we'll have the Mark 5 and Mark 6 conveyors, there's only a limit to how good the pure conveyors can be, because we can only transport 450 items per minute. Okie dokes, let's get that in. Okay, so once we actually connect all this up, we will have 12 of the 24 constructing wire. We'll be producing 45 wire per minute, and then with the cables, they use 30 per minute. Oh, you had to make that. Right, so what's that? I think I've got it written down actually. 24... Ow. 36 is 1.5 times the amount. So we're going to need another 18. I've just thought this could be a problem, couldn't it? If we have 12 here producing wire, 12 times 45, what's that? Somebody do the math. My computer's making a really weird buzzing noise. It's kind of scary. I'm going to have to check out that link later, I think, depending on how it's... Yeah, I'm going to have to check that video later, but I've got it open now, so I'll be able to find it easily. Yes, 540 products will be going around here at any one moment, which is an issue because we can only transport 450, isn't it, for the Mark III? Goodness me. I didn't expect this to be so mathematically difficult today. Although we could keep it in 2 separate sections, in which case we'd be transporting 270 items per minute on each side. Let's do that, and that will save us a pain. Let's quickly build up some foundation, then we can just run the next... I think we can run it here. I think we'll have enough room. If we grab the splitter, we'll start at this side. Oh no. Did not think that through either, did I? If I run it down here, I'm going to eventually run out of room. So really, I want to take these back on themselves. Oh, but we can do that with conveyor lifts. That's not too difficult. I keep forgetting they're in game. So we just place that there, and then we will run that over to here. Like so. And then bring that all the way to here. Followed by a lift. Yeah, that can go there. And then we will have to place some splitters. So if we're going this way, that'll do. In fact, we could probably move it over one, just to give us a little bit extra space. And then we would need the constructors, like so. Perfect. So how many did we say we needed? 24, 12, 24. So that's 36 for 24 because it's 1.5. 36, 18, which is 9 on this side and 9 on the other. Okay, not too bad. We didn't have to use our brains too much for that one. Yes, you beat me to it. 540 items per minute. I now need to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on! 2 more. So tell me, are you in game at the same time while watching this, or are you watching this? I tell you what, if you're just watching this, I must admit you have got some dedication. Number 1 fan. Those of you out there, number 1 fans. Alright, so will this be enough? I think we might need 1 more. Yeah. I have no idea. How long have we been? Really? Oh, goodness me. We've been here an hour and a half? Well, guys, I have to say, if you're still watching this after an hour and a half, thank you. The support is incredible. It's not been the most exciting of streams. I'm trying. But having you guys here has actually been really nice. Eating and watching. But my day is almost up. I work graveyard. Oh, lucky you. I know the feeling. I say I know the feeling. I work at a restaurant half the time. And so I tend to start at about... I leave at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then... what have I done there? That's not right. I end up finishing work normally about 2, 3 in the morning. It's a really long day, but I only do it 3 to 4 days a week, generally speaking, with the exception of holiday weeks where we might work more. But I feel for you. Long days, man. Well, long nights. Why are you not working? What? Oh. Wait, why have I got you wrong? Okay. There we are. Place that down. Well, I understand when you need to go. Just head off. You have my permission. Not that you need it. But thank you so much for spending the time to actually check out my video and also checking out the other videos and commenting. It's really nice hearing what other people have to say, and you've got some really nice builds. So definitely either comment on YouTube or send me an invite on Reddit. and I will come over and check your game out next weekend if you're free. It would be really nice to have a look around, and I might even record if you don't mind me, and we'll talk about it on a video. Hello everyone who's just recently joined. I think we're only going to have another half an hour or so in this particular stream, but we are building underground a super mega factory. If it's your first time here, I do guides weekly on Satisfactory, and we're going to be really pushing out some of these guides which will help you guys as the game develops for your own factories. So do make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with that. Also, these guys are probably sick of me saying this, but if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I should probably say when, because one day in the distant future we will no doubt get to 1,000 subscribers, but we will be running a prize giveaway. So if you haven't, do make sure you click that subscribe button so that you see when the video comes out, and so you can compete. I say compete, it's a giveaway. I'm not making you do anything. Although maybe we could do a challenge video for it. Those who want to win some vouchers, they have to compete in one of our community build guides. That could be interesting. But yeah, I think we're going to be doing some Steam vouchers, or maybe... Does anyone really use the Epic Game Launcher? Do they do game vouchers? Maybe we'll stick something on there if you want, or maybe it's just the voucher of your choice. And we're also thinking of doing a Green Man Gaming mystery game box for the 2 runners-up. So that should be fun. I've had a few good games on there, a few terrible ones. I mean, it really is the luck of the draw, but I can't complain. Okay, right, so once we've merged this, we'll switch this line on so that we're actually producing the wires, because we are going to need them for the rest of the builds anyway. Haha, I caught myself doing that one. And I also caught myself doing that. Druck, why are you building underground? If that got repaired, you will lose everything. You are absolutely right, and that's why we're doing it. We're saying to the people who are making this game, we don't care what you're gonna do about it. We're gonna build it anyway, and hope that you don't delete it all. Now I do have a save game, so I mean, if they cover up the entrance, my plan is to load up a save game and live quite literally underground for the whole of this game, which could be fun, could be very lonely and boring, but I won't need to worry about those spiders unless they can go through walls. Right, so we're going to need one of these. I mean, it's just a little bit of fun. Obviously, my main build, which is out there, is going to be fine. It's only the underground base that's going to be affected. Where I did not place you there, did I? Did I? No. Wait. I swear. Let's just check we've got enough of these. I think I might be too tired. I'm placing things without even realizing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna need one more. I use Epic for Satisfactory in Anno 1800. Honestly, what are your opinions of Anno 1800? Because I've been looking at the game, and I have Anno 2024 or whichever one it was, and it was alright. I found it quite fun. And I like the premise of Anno 1800, but I don't know whether to get it. I might get it. I might not. Depending on what you say. I'll trust your review. Thanks. In which case I shall be recording. I could probably... damn it. Why? Okay, we're not going to like redo all those conveyors. We're just going to build another one over here. I'm sure there'll be some interesting things on your build which will actually be good to talk about. Some interesting ideas. I'm dreading, absolutely dreading putting in all these wires, but let's just jump ahead and go ahead and do it. We need the MK3. Anno 2077. Yes, that's the one. I mean, it was my first time ever playing the Anno series, and there were some things that I liked about it, and I think it was like all the efficiency of things, placing them all next to each other in certain positions, but it just never really caught on to me like most games do. Well, we're going to put this over here. But you're saying 1800 is great. There we go. I lost the comment. I'm sure you said it was great, and then I couldn't find the comment. So you'd recommend it then? Is the question I'm asking. What is it that makes it so great compared to Anno 2077? How's the combat? Because that's a game which allows you to also fight in it, isn't it? Okay, right. I suppose if I ask the creators really nicely, like really nicely, and pretend that I haven't save edited the game, oh, that's the wrong one. They may be willing to, like, just for me, not patch the underground. Well, who am I trying to kid? They don't care about me. We'll see, we'll see. If it gets patched, it gets patched. It's an alpha game. Things are meant to go wrong. Highly recommend. Okay, well then, if it's cheap at any point, I'm going to have to invest in it. Is it multiplayer? That's my next question, because I can't actually remember for the life of me. And the only thing is, if I do buy it, then my issue is I tend to get quite distracted, and I won't be able to keep up production on these videos because I'll be playing Anno 1800 and trying to do videos on that as well. I personally haven't explored combat that much. Satisfactory happened and I'm addicted to it. Yeah, pretty much same here. Before my girlfriend came over, we need wires. Wait, why am I complaining? We have wires here. I just need to turn the machines on. What was I saying? When my girlfriend came here, I just bought an... Whew, what's wrong with my English today? I just bought... X4 conflict, and I played it probably for a couple of hours, and by that time I just paid for Satisfactory, and then I've not touched it since. And that's kind of my style of game. I like space simulators, but Satisfactory is just so addictive, and I think it's really going to come into its own with mods. I really believe in this game. When people are modding it, we're going to have a huge influx of potential people, I think. because there are going to be so many things that you can do. I want them to implement switches so badly because it would just make everything so much easier for me with these builds. Oh yeah, I needed some of these. Yeah, I remember. Okay. I'm only sticking that there so that I can receive those. It's another night time here, which is frustrating because it gets so dark. Ooh. I tell you what, we're going to have a run around the base, and then I think I'm going to call it for today's stream, simply because I do need the loo quite badly. I've been sipping away my coffee. But what we have done so far is the concrete construction farm over there. We've also done the copper production in the smelters, and we've got a good head start on the constructors over there for the wires and both the cables as well. So we have made a lot of progress. For now, maybe I'm going to just very quickly give you a sneak peek of the super massive factory over there, which I kind of gave up on. So just bear with me. Hi! Oh, Anne Brown, thank you so much for checking out the game, checking out my live stream. Sorry, it is, well, we've still got a fair bit of time, but it is the end of the stream. We've been streaming since 7:30 here, and it's now 9:15, so almost 2 hours long. But we've had a fantastic time. We're building underground, which is quite interesting. But if this is your first time to my channel, do make sure you subscribe. We've got a prize giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and we do guides on this game all the time. This here is one of our first, well, this is our first mega build that's actually, I'm going to do all the way through. If we go down here, we need to grab a vehicle anyway. So I need to also concentrate on what I'm doing. I didn't even have time to enter the ragdoll thing. Right, so let's very quickly reload from the last autosave. Yeah, the modding community make the game, without a doubt. It happened in Space Engineers. It was absolutely, it was a good game, but then the modding community came out, and I think the game just developed so much because of it, and that's happened. Skyrim, I'm a big fan of Bethesda games, with the exception of, where is it? I can't even find it. Let me get this. It's not really worth my energy. This. What happened with this game? I bought 2 of these, one for me and one for my brother, and it's been a real letdown, to be fair. I mean, they're trying something new. I'll give them that. But it's life, unfortunately. Right. Ah, got a hair in my mouth. We're back, and we're alive. That's the important thing. Oh, there's the vehicle here. So I was going to go down there, but it's probably tempting fate again. So we're going to go and drive up to the new... Well, I say new. It's new for you guys. It's actually my oldest mega base build, which isn't quite there. It's where a lot of my guides have been filmed, though. So, well, near. Oh, this is a new thing that I've been trying as well. Literally today, working on making a round shape. It's impossible to do underground because you're using the foundations, and obviously foundations stick to foundations. But above ground, we're going to have a few little round silo things just for looking good, I guess. When you buffer and overbuild, the bottleneck cause machines to turn off. By using this within overbuilding, your power needs would be 1/4 of the maximum needed. Yeah, that's very true, but the only issue is if you then take something out of one unit and everything's starting to buffer up again, and you do it with another area where you've been producing items as well, you start turning on all of the factories at once, and then you could find out that you've just switched everything off because you've had this massive power spike. My driving's terrible. So this is the first of my factories. As you can see, it all got. This is the buffer that I was doing. Just for you, Ken. The first thing I did was build a massive buffer of these for all the items coming through, and it's what, 4 high, 3 high, and then 2 wide. So that's 6, and they go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got probably 32 storage units there, and none of this is efficient whatsoever. I can't remember the last time that it was fully operational, because there's no way I'm transporting and producing, making the most use out of these items. And in the end, I've just placed random items everywhere. That's my mini Caterium base, and then here, this was quite fun. I've made a quite nice looking. This is the one part of the factory that I actually appreciated from my initial build, which was an ore smelter connected to the constructors working. It wasn't 100% efficient, but it was good. Everything went through, sent upstairs to be produced into manufactured frames and reinforced frames. And then I got onto steel manufacturing just down here. Ooh. And all of these were running. This was all really fun to build. But it just kind of got out of control the more items I was starting to produce, and it just got a bit hectic. And now my answer to this was to build a super mega factory, even if that doesn't exist. Oh, we're gonna need fuel. I don't have any fuel in this area. That's gonna be an issue. But the idea was to get everything to then get sent to here, which would then transport all the items to the mega factory. And the mega factory was this. I'm coming at the wrong angle. This isn't even half complete. But as you can see, it's an interesting idea. That's what I'll say about my build here. And it's going to be quite quickly out of date once we can actually produce turbo motors for the programmable splitters. But I have various splitting systems downstairs. I think there's 4 of them, which splits all the items in the game, or at least all the items that I need, which are here. And everything gets split and then compartmentalized depending on what they're doing. And then there's also how to explain this. It's my version of a split, a switch. And so, for example, here we use the programmable splitters to send these 3 things around, and then the manufacturer, depending on what we're producing. Okay, let's do a I hope I've got enough resources here actually. Depending on what we want. So let's say we need to produce, I don't know how many materials we have of everything. Well, let's go for a computer. This is where we find we have no plastic. Oh, let's just... Where are we going? Underneath. From here. Hello, Specs. Nice to see you guys again. Good night. Good luck with your 12-hour shift. I hope it's not too long for you and you finish relatively quickly. Thanks again for spending time here. Really appreciated it. Have a good night. So here we're going to be doing the 5 circuit boards, 12 cable, plastic and screws. And so from here, trying to explain, the left output is going to be screws. Then this one is going to be the, I think it's circuit boards. Is it circuit boards here? Yes. Then over here we have the cables. It's all going through. And then we have the plastic here. Which is... Which one? You're the middle one? Okay, plastic. So my idea was to then be able to run each of these on a switch base. If we build that as a computer. No power. Why is there no power? Oh, I think I extended this and... Let's find some power quickly. There's power above here. I know there's power above here because this is where my mega power station was. I'm out of wires. This cannot be happening. Oh, right. Do I have wire here? I don't think I do. You're not. Are you wire? Are you wire or are you? No, you're quick wire. Can I make wire out of cables? I need. Wait. Can we make? Have I got anything over here that produces wires? You know what? I'm just going to strip these. We're going to strip these very quickly just so that you guys can check this out. You don't need turbo motors for programmable splitters anymore. Really? Oh, hey Gary. Programmable splitters, normal motor. I should have known that, seeing as I built one earlier. But I deleted. They had a turbo motor. I had a turbo motor when I first built one, and I just deleted that and then rebuilt it. So I assume they must have just changed that in the last update. But that's good news because, well, I say it's good news. It just means I need to redo all of this, which is why we're working in our factory underground. But after all that time I've spent building and it's all been wasted. Story of my life, really, isn't it? Here we go. Let's connect this over to here. Then, oh, come on. Never. Okay. This is such an ugly, like, botch job just to try and get it to work for you guys. Desperate to show my hard work before it's replaced by new technology. And I've just realized that there was one of these running through all along. Well, now we go. After all of that, the idea of this was to save time. But now we are producing computers. And the idea was we'd have 3 whole floors possibly of this, and then everything would be sent down. And then we have here are the buses just for you, Ken. Thanks, Anne. Build looks terrific. Love the silo concept. Thank you. Really appreciate that. All of these ideas I am going to be kind of slowly releasing to you guys, but I'm sure you've all got good ideas as well, and I'm dying to hear what you guys have. Are you buffering directly after the miner before it hits your bus, as well as in front and behind all item production areas? No, I'm not. What I've done with those in previous builds is just have everything being mined, and then the buffer would come from the particular item that I've just created, whether it's iron bars at the time, or iron plates, iron rods, etc. So this was the splitter system. Basically it all worked along a system and then gradually split off into various lines that were compartmentalized and then split, and then they all go around to all the different sections. So yeah, it was... Sorry, blame... blame Simon, okay. Hashtag blame Simon. Have I missed anything else? No, I think that's it. So this was... And we are out of fuel. I think that says it's the end of the game. The idea was to send all our vehicles under here, and then we'd have a massive area to collect all the items from the vehicles. What I'm thinking of now is that later in the game we'll have 7 or 8 different vehicles, put them all on different node journeys, so they're traveling around this dome shape, close them in, and providing damage is now when they release the update, you can actually damage vehicles. I'll paint the vehicles, and then I'll be putting money down on to see which vehicle is actually going to win in the demolition derby. Just a fun little idea I thought I'd show off then. Show off? Give you guys? Tell you guys? That's how you do yours. I might have to try that and see how beneficial it is for my... Oh, this is going to go the wrong way, isn't it? No, we're going to go this way. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way and run. For example, on my old production, I feed 1 line to base in that line. I can see it working well. I can see how that would be beneficial, but with my oil production, which is all the way over there. In fact, we should probably just head over there so that I can pick up some fuel. It's the oil manufacturer, the oil miner pump, the oil pump, that's what I was looking for, produces it and then brings it all to here. And then I have, I think it's 6 refineries, and they're all currently working. Ooh. There's no point me taking that because the one flaw with this is that I can't actually drive across to my hub. But the 6 can't talk anymore. The 6 refineries are perfectly 100% efficient, and so they use up the oil straight away. However, because I've run out of space, it's now bottlenecked up and everything's very slow to produce anything. But the idea behind that was I wouldn't need to buffer it because... it's this way. I wouldn't need to buffer it because I was using the items. But the issue is I'm not using the items at the speed that I need to, and so it's a bit over produced at the moment. Okay, let's get down here for now. Right. No. I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely knew. Doesn't matter. We're by our base. We can just walk over there. And if I fall off... Oh no, we're 3 health. That's not going to work. Alright. So this is my oil production area, which is pretty fun. It's working well. except for obviously it's fully fueled up. But everything gets sent down here, and then according to the use, it all gets moved out. I'm getting some stuttering now. Ta-da! Okay. Where's... oh, here. Right, let's very quickly add my jetpack. And then we will run round. I'll just show you the inside very quickly. I don't think I can get up anywhere from here. Nope. So here's where all the oil comes from. Except very where's the oil? Oh, I've started transporting it underground to the underground base. Huh, that's the reason why. But we still have a massive stock of oil, crude oil, just here, waiting to be... oh, we're running out of that as well. Here. But if I show you the inside, the only thing that's needing to be produced at the moment is the fuel. But here we have 6 refineries, which seem to be... I didn't put that there. Why is that there? We have 6. Oh, that's the whale. Space flying whale. But these seem to be able to run at 100% efficiency with one oil pump. And so I've only really needed to buffer the actual supply once it's been produced. Where did I say I was going? Okay. Last thing I'll show you guys, seeing as you're all here and you've taken the time to watch this video, I'll show you very quickly a very... oh, I'd quite like to show you that actually. Okay guys, this is up to you. We can either show you my really old, pretty messed up computer build area, or I'll show you the super compact compact factory build, which is just over there, which I've recently been working on. It's not the one that you've seen if you've seen my compact factory, it's next to it and it's even more compact. watch that first step and it's a doozy. Yep, I watched it, but I kind of tripped like I would in normal life, in real life, and fell 30 foot to my death. Actually, it's probably about 100 foot. So, where is it that you want to go? Are there any choices while I find a vehicle? Where did I put a vehicle? I think there's one over here, actually. Dun, dun, dun. And this build here, just as a heads up, will be in a video over the next few days, I should imagine. Here we go, here's the vehicle. Okay, let's go compact build. How to get up there? That's the next question. Not sure if I can. Can we get across? This is why I need some kind of, like, all-purpose terrain vehicle. This is why I need a new highway to kind of get my vehicle around. Compact. Oh, we've got 2 compacts. Okay, well, it's a good job I was going there. We will show you this. Now, the last compact build that we did for the challenge was 7 storage units high. I really need to work on my driving. Never get in a car with me. I think this one we've managed to do in 5? I think. I can't promise anything. I'm going to need to build ramps to get over this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. Was it one of yours I watched? No, that's that one that you can see there, Gary. So that's the one with the radio tower is the one that you saw. The one that you can't see is the even smaller one. I'm pretty pleased with it. It doesn't have power supplies in it. Oh, by the way, this was all covered in forest. I used Nubelisk to remove it all. It was quite fun. I highly recommend it. So, the one with the glass walls, that's the big compact, the big super compact challenge one there. The next one, how do we get up here? I've not really spent that much time here. Let's go this way. Let's remove the hood so that you guys can... Nope, that's going down. So the extra compact, I decided to do after another guy. He sent me a video. He'd done the challenge, and he'd done a really good job, in all fairness. He did it without power generators, and this is the difference in the comparison in terms of the height. He did it in about five storage units. Let's just quickly check. And I've worked out mine slightly smaller than his. It might have been 5.5 or 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you do a build tour and a tutorial on how to do glass walls? Well, and the glass walls, they're quite simple. I've got a save edit system, so I'm actually able to access some, not many, of the resources beforehand. So here we are. So it's kind of a cheat, and I wouldn't recommend it because it does freeze up your computer sometimes. Not this one. They did have more, like generators and powered walls, and they had a habit of causing my computer to crash. They will be out in, I hope, the next update. But that's why you guys can't use them at the moment. I will, if you really want them, I will send you the name of the site where I got the save edit file from, but I wouldn't recommend it just because it can cause a problem for your system. So here it is. You've got 5 storage units high. It might actually be 5.5. 5 and a little bit. But here we go. In here, we're producing rotors. Now, let me grab some of these items. Whew. Oh, I thought it was full, which was why it wasn't working. Let me quickly grab some. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Why aren't you running? One of you must be down. Sorry, just going to really quickly do this just so that you can see that it's running at 100% efficiency. Thing is, all the other 2 generators are in here. But I must... Oh, we've got 200. Why was I even trying to grab fuel from somewhere else? Okay. Here we go. Let's get down here. So here we are, the super compact build. I don't know if I will be able to do any more compact than this. Yeah, the glass really does improve the look of the building. I love it. Actually looks a lot like my computer. To just point it out, I don't know if you can see there, but that's my computer. I've taken inspiration from it. But here we have the miner, which is working at 67% efficiency, underclocked, and then from here we have two smelters at 74% clock speed, which are then feeding into these. So we've got the alternate screw production here, which just really stops us needing to worry about that extra constructor. And then we also use the iron rods here, obviously to create the rotors. So heading up here, we then have the one assembler, which is producing everything at 100% efficiency. It's still got items in, which is why it's loading up. And then everything gets sent all the way around into there. Be warned, there is a lot of pollution in this factory. I am terribly sorry. But then we have my craft bench and a lovely view of the world around me. Maybe I won't destroy this factory. And there you can see my mining operations that are all going down into the dwarven settlement. But yeah, so that's the super compact build. It really is quite tight, but there is surprising space, and I think it's because we've removed the two extra generators. But there you go, guys. I think we're going to call it a day for the streaming, but thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed it as much as I did. I was so nervous doing this video to start off with this stream, but I did actually have a really good time with you guys. Thank you for keeping the comment section filled with chat, giving me things to talk about when I was boring you all with the massive mega build that we were doing underground. But it will get there eventually, and it's gonna... Oh! That is the first time I've heard that. Thank you, whoever it is that just subscribed. I put that sound effect on just so that I'd know. And I didn't know if it was working because the comment box wasn't working. But thank you, whoever has subscribed. It was supposed... Oh, there we go. David Thompson just subscribed. Thank you very much, David. Lovely to have you in the game. We are doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. We are pretty close. I don't know how many we're at the moment. I presume 987? Unless we've had anyone leave and unsubscribe after watching my terrible live stream. But thank you guys so much. I've really had a great time. Thank you for all the support. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I'm going to head off. Enjoy your work. I'll see you soon. Oh, we've got another one. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to go. Ciao, guys. Bye. Now I need to work out how to switch off the screen. We can go to ending soon. Until next time. Ciao for now.